Hello YouTube. Manto is a PlayStation 1 style survival horror game from Chilla's Art. Not much background to give out about the game, since the game is developed by a two-man studio apparently. They churn out small-scale horror games. Manto, meaning Red Cape, is based in school, and you are just thrown into it. No story. And you got to escape the serial killing spirit either by escaping the school itself or by exercising the spirit. Honestly, I love horrors, but puzzles are not my forte. So when you put me into a game with one knife, no clear objectives, no maps, and just telling me to escape, yeah, I'm not gonna enjoy that. Part of the reason why I like horror is because of the challenge. There is someone or something that can hurt you, but you are usually given tools and means to live through it. Not only that, there usually is a story that can motivate you to do your best to help the protagonist. Not here. So here are a few glaring issues. Total lack of objectives and any navigation means you are going through the map, bashing your head against the wall till the wall breaks. Which is fine because normally you can try again with your saves, which there isn't any. So what happens? Well, then you can ignore all horror elements, which there aren't many, and use your protagonist's life as a dispensable tool till you figure out the map, layouts, and puzzles. Now that you have done is completely distance yourself from the protagonist, breaking all immersion in the game. You are no longer the protagonist trying to break away from the horror. Instead, you're some dude controlling a pawn. You are no longer in the horror itself. You are now so far from the horror that none of them even bothers you because you're no longer connected to it. Not only that, the map layout is designed in such a way that a lot of corridors and pathways are narrow, meaning any encounter with an enemy means you either take damage or go back to where you came from. This breaks down all forms of progress you have made. Does this scare anyone? No, instead it just builds up frustration. Lastly, sounds, or rather the lack of. Okay, compare this to other games I have played and reviewed. Sound is important in immersion. Also, some games use it as a detection tool for any signs of an enemy. In Akamanto, not much goes on. Not even your own footsteps. Just blaring scream whenever Akamanto makes an appearance. Does it scare you? Maybe the first couple of times. But eventually, it is frustration that just settles in. So overall, the game is very short once you know what you're doing. Without any guides and just bashing my head into it, the whole game took me about 4 hours to finish. The actual playtime for the finish was 44 minutes 44 seconds. Which I reckon can be reduced a lot since I was walking around in circles a few times. Honestly, the game is very cheap, as with most of Chilla's Art games are. But despite very good reviews on Steam, I would not recommend buying nor playing the game. There is barely any element of horror in this game, and whole thing is just layers of frustration. Well, that's it from me. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and see you next time.